Hi everybody, hope you guys are having a great day. So in case you didn't know, depending on when you watch this video, whether it be right after I release it or sometime in the future, leaves are turning yellow outside and falling to the ground, and that sucks. But that's why I bought this guy. This is the, I guess, top end Ryobi 18 volt battery powered leaf blower. This one's a jet powered leaf blower and I love it. This thing is awesome. Now, does it have the power of the 40 volt leaf blowers that they have? No. The miles per hour, according to Ryobi anyway, are the exact same coming out the tip, 100, 110 miles per hour, something like that. The biggest difference is the CFM, the amount of airflow coming out this guy is not as high. It's about half, just a little over half of what the 40 volts have. But that's okay. I didn't need anything that was going to blow my house down. All I needed was something to blow my leaves around, get into places where I couldn't get with a rake, and generally clean up my yard. And this thing is awesome for that. If you guys just have like a normal house, front yard, backyard, driveway type thing, garage, shed, there's plenty. If you've already invested in the Ryobi batteries, even better. I had invested in the batteries, which is why I got the 18 volt instead of the 40 volt, because I don't have the 40 volt batteries and they're way too expensive to buy, so I stuck with the 18 volt batteries because they use the tool batteries that I already have. Plus they're cheaper anyway, even if you had to buy them. But I will stress, this is just the tool only. It does not come with a battery or a charger. So just keep that in mind. It is just the tool only when you buy it. Now, I paid up in Canada, I paid $118 for this guy, which I think is pretty reasonable for how good this guy is. The battery just snaps into the back, and the trigger's right here. It's actually got a variable speed trigger, which is kind of nice too. So if you wanted to milk the battery and kind of go for longer, you can just adjust how hard you pull it, and you can go full throttle if you need to. So that's kind of nice, and also it's nice to just be able to shut it off by letting go. So intake for it's right here. It's got, like I said, nice jet fan for it. Massive exhaust right here for blowing air out. I think it's like a 2.5 inch tip on it, which is pretty good. But like I said, I use this guy for cleaning the yard. If I just worked with tools and I cut things outside and I got a bunch of sawdust in my grass and in my yard and I want it gone, I clean that up with this guy. I use it in the springtime for cleaning up leaves that may have fallen late in the year and just general crap throughout the winter. I use it for cleaning in hard to reach places, which makes it really good because there's some places like behind my wood fire shed that you just can't clean otherwise. You gotta blow the crap out of it, literally. And unfortunately, I just have a stone driveway. It's literally just a whole bunch of P-rocks. It's not anything fantastic. It's not concrete as much as I wish it was. So I can't go out there and rake up my driveway without picking up thousands of rocks all the time. So my only option is to blow it off. And it works awesome for that. It's, like I said, I love this thing. It's great. This battery that I have here is a 4 amp battery, one of the Ryobi's 18 volt 4 amp batteries. And at full throttle on this guy, I'll probably get 20 minutes, 25 minutes of blowing action. That's at full throttle. If you got another battery sitting in reserve, I mean, you can do most of your entire front end backyard depending on how many trees you have. I have a lot of trees in my area, like 4 of them, big trees. So I have a lot of leaves to blow. But I mean, at the same time, I will say it is not a replacement for just straight up raking your yard. The grass areas I always rake up, and I'll go into nooks and crannies and odd spots and blow the leaves out. Underneath the front overhang of the house, like I said, in between the fire shed and the fence, the driveway itself. And then I'll also use it just for general maintenance as leaves keep falling. I'll use it for that too, because it's not enough to rake, but I want them clean, so I'll use them for that. Also, side note, if you live up north like I do and you have snow, you're part of the winter belt, on light snowfalls, I'll actually go out there and use this guy for blowing the snow. I don't even have to shovel it. If it's wet and sticky, it ain't gonna make a dent. I'll just say that right now. But if it's just regular snow, go out there, blow the sidewalk off, blow the walkways off, things like that. Works awesome for that too. It saves the back. A lot easier than shoveling. Is there a downside to it? Well, like I said, on a 4-amp battery you get about 20 minutes, which generally you can do a lot of work with, but if you don't have another battery in reserve, I would definitely use this guy a bit more sparingly for just straight up leaf blowing duty. And then depending on how strong you are, it can get fairly heavy up on the forearm, having to keep your wrist cocked in order to pull the trigger for it. It can get a little heavy that way, but ultimately, I mean, that's up to you. That's a person by person basis. I can't speak for that. But otherwise, guys, I really like this guy. Like I said, I've been using it for a year now. I paid my own money for it. It's not sponsored. But I actually quite enjoy it. If you've already invested in Ryobi's tools, I would definitely give this guy a thumbs up. They do have 3 models. And like I said, this is the top of the line model. But for 118 bucks here in Canada, it's actually, in my opinion, it's well worth the price. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. I will have more coming up. I already have some on the channel. Go check those out. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you guys liked the video, thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. That's how YouTube lets me know you guys like this kind of stuff. If there's any tools or products that you guys might be hesitant to use, maybe want some more information on, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. Let me know and I'll do my best to get something out to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.